47 Meters Down is this year's shark movie. And if you're thinking that you might have seen this in Walmart or something, you might be right, because it was actually released on DVD for a short time before it was pulled from shelves. The original distributor had actually planned on releasing the film on DVD in August of last year, but then they sold the rights to a different company who wanted to have a theatrical release for this June, which I'm assuming they wanted to do because of the success of The Shallows from last year. And I gotta say, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by this movie. The reviews for the movie actually started out in the high 70s on Rotten Tomatoes, but then it dropped down to like in the 50s. But if you're someone like me who loves intimate thrillers and shark movies, then this is for you. The movie stars Claire Holt and Mandy Moore as sisters that go to vacation in Mexico, already very similar to The Shallows. And after meeting a couple of guys at a party, they decide to go to this shark cage excursion, where they take the boat near open water and they put you in a cage and chum the water so sharks will come. Which chumming the water is illegal in some places, and they do point that out. The guys they were with go into the cage first, proving it's safe, and then they go in, and of course, that's when the cage actually drops down 47 meters, which is on the sea floor under the boat. I really thought this was just going to be some kind of ripoff of The Shallows, but they do a lot of different things. This movie really takes advantage of your fear of the dark depths of the ocean, where you can't really see that far ahead of you. And seeing something like that in the theater is pretty terrifying. There's actually this one point where one of the girls gets out of the cage and goes towards the drop-off. And if you don't know what the drop-off is, it's the continental drop-off, where it's this giant cliff, and you really can't see the bottom. It's like so deep. And that's one of the most tense parts of the movie. It does get you with some jump scares with the sharks and some other things. But as far as cheesy shark horror movies go, this is probably up there. There are a lot worse, though I don't think this is as good as The Shallows. Some of the effects on the sharks don't look quite as good, but I think even if you have an inkling of fear of the depths of the ocean, this might tense you up a bit. It did for me, and I love the ocean, but I also know how dangerous it can be. And being stuck at that depth and knowing I can't race up to the top because I'll get the bends is very terrifying. Also, there is a bit of a twist ending, which I thought was pretty clever, though I did see it coming after they said a certain thing. I was like, oh, that's what they're going to do. So if you do catch that, you'll probably end up knowing what's happening. But the sequence that they do with it is pretty fun and thrilling. So if you have seen 47 Meters Down, tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better able to